everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along the ringside, and we're about ready to go with another Big Dave Championship Wrestling. David?
Oh, Big Day is right. Listen to some of the folks that are going to be here today. Jacques Rougeau out of Montreal, Canada. Terry Taylor will be here today. The Sheepherders, the Fabulous Ones. Stan Lane and Steve Kern are going to be in for a match today. In addition to that, Superstar Bill Dundee, Dutch Mantell, lots more coming up.
Man, oh man, we got a bunch. Plus the fact we've also got a tape on a tag match that the only thing I can do is wait and see it because you can't describe it. We're going to take time out. We'll be ready to go with an opening bout coming up for you and Terry Taylor in just one moment. Hey, we're going to be about ready to go here with our opening bout that'll have the Invader going against Jacques Rougeau. And we're ready for the official introductions, and then we will introduce our special guest commentator. Dave?
This is one fall, 15-minute time limit match. 227 pounds from parts unknown, the Invader. And going against him from Montreal, Canada, 235 pounds, Jacques Rougeau. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun's the referee.
Okay, we're about ready to go, and as the bell sounds, I want to introduce our special guest commentator, Southern Heavyweight Champion Terry Taylor. Terry, thanks for dropping in. We had an idea as they are getting ready to tangle up in here that you and Jacques have been tag team partners very successfully until both of you ended up holding single heavyweight titles. We wanted to get some comments, Terry, simply that. And listen, because I know both of you got your eye on a big match coming up that will put Terry Taylor defending against Rougeau. That's down the line, but I did want to thanks for coming in. Here we go.
Thank you. I just had a chance here to watch Jacques. Anytime you get a chance,
drop kick.
It's amazing how he can just a match get in just like that with that drop kick. Because we spent a lot of time working on it. As you know, we spent a lot of time going up and down the road together. And every night as partners, I've had a chance to watch him wrestle. So if anybody knows what he can do, it's me. I'm well aware of what a dangerous competitor he is.
Terry, I want to tell you, and I guess make a public confession, I have really been delighted with the way you've been able to defend that Southern Heavyweight title. In all honesty, that when you got it, the first couple of defenses you had, I was a little concerned because you were still a little bit tentative as champion, but boy, you really settled into those shoes, and nobody's been able to beat you.
Well, Lance, thank you. I appreciate any kind of words like that. It's, especially from you. Your knowledge of wrestling is fantastic, and from you, it really means a lot to me. This championship has meant a lot to me. This belt means more to me than anything. And I just, going in as the underdog, I always have to be at my top, at my best shape of all time. Because if I don't, I'll lose that belt, just like that, 1, 2, 3. So I'm just trying to stay in shape. And like right now, watch these moves by Jacques. Boom!
Unbelievable. The thing that gets me about Rougeau is for the ability, the athletic ability he has fine, but he is a big son of a gun. I mean, you're no bantamweight yourself, but Rougeau is a big guy to be as versatile as he is and able to move around as much as he does.
He's over 6'3". He's a tall guy. He's still young. He's a very young man. He's still going to fill out more, but he's strong. I've worked out with him before in the gym, and the man's incredibly strong. So I think Jacques Rougeau will do nothing but get better. Take punishment too, you see him?
He's in there against a guy today that we have never seen the Invader where somebody just beat the stew right out of him, and he is always tough. He's always giving somebody a hard way to go, and boy, he's really laying it on Jacques right now.
Well, that Invader, you can tell by, he wears those overall tights, but he's improving his body. He's bigger than I've ever seen him. I'll tell you, he's taking it right to Jacques now. I mean, he's not backing up any. It's his chance to make a name for himself, and he's working on it.
Oh!
I heard that over here. Wow. See, look at that confidence in Jacques. See, Jacques knows he's got him going now.
He does, in fact, have him going, but a reversal! Out of the way.
Here we go. I can tell you right now, I've seen this enough times. If he hits me with this drop kick, it's all over.
Oh, look at that.
That's it, right there.
Flying drop kick, 1, 2, 3. And the young Canadian really came off there with that flying drop kick. And, Terry, we've got your match coming up in just a moment. I want to get Jacques to come over here, if he will. first, congratulations on a win right there, as you did it in great, Chuck. Good to see you.
Thank you. I do want to say something now.
We had our guest commentator here, and he was making some fine words about you, Jock.
Well, I want Terry to know that I've been gone for a few days, and that even though you are the champion, Terry, business comes in first. And I do want to wish you good luck, because you're going to need it.
Okay, don't run off.
Okay.
Terry, if you can hit the ring, we're going to go right into our second match. Thanks, Terry. Good luck to you in this one right here. And we're going to ask Jacques to come in and sit down with us, as we were most impressed with and always have been, the ability of you to move as such a big man. Let's get Davey to do the official introductions. We'll be back with your commentary in a moment. Dave?
It's one fall, 15-minute time limit match at 199 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee. On the left of the screen, Pat Hutchinson. And going against him from Vero Beach, Florida, 215 pounds, Terry Taylor. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Okay, obviously a non-title bout, one fall, 15 minutes. Terry Taylor going against young Pat Hutchinson. And Jock, this guy you've been up and down the road with, as we were talking a moment ago to Terry, and you pretty well know his style. He's a pretty incredible athlete himself.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. Personally, Terry Taylor is one of the best upcoming wrestlers that I've known in the last years. Although he does kind of, I guess that's why our differences came in our tag team matches, because I think sometimes Terry has a tendency of taking too much before he gets to his full concentration of paying back. I think sometimes, in other words, Terry could do a little better. So although, as you can see right now, he's in great shape and he's ready to go.
Yeah, he sure is. Terry, of course, came out of Guilford College in North Carolina. He lettered in football, lettered in wrestling over there, and outstanding amateur wrestler, as well as a very, very fine professional. I think he surprised a lot of people when he won that Southern heavyweight belt, as a matter of fact, Jock.
Well, I was one of them, Lance. I was one of them because as far as when Terry won the Southern belt, I think Sabu was a very impressive man. And but Terry, like you could see, he's got the speed and all that, but when he comes up to defend his title against me, I just want him to know that I do have 6 years in this professional business, and I do have that 3 extra years on him.
Yeah.
And I want him to realize that as far as even like size, I think I got some weight on him. So I want him to know right away now that, you know, he's going against a tough opponent.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that. And as a matter of fact, Terry was saying the same thing, Jacques. Listen, how's it going to feel wrestling against a former tag partner? I mean, you guys, so look at Terry in the air, and he body slams him in there. Yeah, you guys been up and down the road together, and you've beat a lot of heads together, and now you're going to be in there trying to beat each other.
Well, Lance, you're asking me something that I really don't think I could answer right now. You're catching me off guard, first of all. I know one thing, though, is when I get in that ring against Terry, he's just going to be another opponent to me.
Yeah, well, okay.
You know how much, Lance, between me and you know how much that Southern belt represents.
Oh,
pride.
boy, you
Imagine
betcha.
if I'd go home to Canada and show that belt.
Yeah, not only that, that it also can put you in line for a shot at the world title, too. It has been always a great stepping stone for that. Terry putting it to Pat Hutchinson, as Terry pretty well dominant, has a lot of good moves in there. Jacques, we were talking one time before, and you expressed to me the fact that you thought that coming out of a professional wrestling family where it was kind of born into you, it's different than guys like Terry, as you made reference in our conversation, of the fact that he's kind of a made wrestler in there. But you had your father who was a champion, your uncle who was a champion, and you seem to put great confidence, and that's kind of a difference between you and a lot of guys, maybe like
Well,
Terry.
the difference probably that you could compare me and Terry to is I don't personally think Terry's got color in the ring. You know, like Terry's like the plain, strong, rugged, like, you know, a strong wrestler that will take and take, and I asked him a few times to practice that drop kick. And this is between me and you, Lance. He didn't want to, and it wasn't the fact that I'm sure he couldn't do it. I'm sure he could. I don't know why he didn't want to do it. It just gives more action in your ring. I guess he thinks that right now he's completed as a wrestler, and he's going to have to find out that in this business you learn every day, Lance.
Well, you know, and it also could be that maybe maybe that's just not a style that is suited to him. Maybe he just felt like he'd rather concentrate on something else. Terry Taylor, backed up by the referee as Pat Hutchinson comes off the ropes. Good clean break, and Terry moving into the center of the ring now. Uh-oh, Hutchinson going for some of those shortcuts in there, and hounds Taylor from behind, heads for the eyes, and the referee saying, get off of him, get off of him.
You know, Lance, it's like a building. When you build up a building, and if you want your building to be real strong, you can't jump in 3 years to building a basement in a building and building your 10th floor. You got to build every floor, and which one you got to go through an experience to be a real, true champion. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, I understand what you're saying. Sure do, Jock, that it's all a matter of progression, and you can't leave anything out. And there we got it. Terry Taylor with a win over Pat Hutchinson. No, it wasn't bad. I'll say that. Pretty doggone good win, and congratulations to Terry Taylor, Southern Heavyweight Champ, on the big win. Okay, Terry Taylor and Jacques Rougeau, they've got, yes, sure.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
During Jacques' match, I know he was out here. I was out here saying how good he was and everything. And I'm sure during my match you were saying how good you were, too. Good luck.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Jacques. And, yeah. Okay, we appreciate it. Jacques Rougeau and Terry Taylor both coming in with impressive single wins. We're going to take time out. Be back in just a moment. All right, back to Wave Country's Championship Wrestling here in just one moment. Tuesday night, right down at the Louisville Gardens. Huge card. We'll give all that to you a little bit later. I do want to tell you about 3 of the bouts coming up. Southern Tag Team title match, fabulous ones with their titles on the line against the Sheepherders. And the Sheepherders agreeing to leave town in the event that they lose that match. It'll be Dundee and Taylor going against Apocalypse and Street. This is a lash match. And if Apocalypse and Street lose it, it'll be Linda and Jimmy Cornette getting the lashes. Then the final match, a Texas Tornado Death, no time, no disqualification. Jerry Lawler, Sweet Brown Sugar, going against beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sabu. And here's Jimmy Hart.
You know, what did I tell Lawler? I said, Lawler, the family don't get mad. What do we do, Bobby? We just get even, baby. Every moment of your life, every time there's a great moment of your life, the family's going to jump in and spoil it for you. When are you going to learn that? You know, I just see Coco Ware over in the corner. Coco Ware, we had Lawler, and we were painting him down and everything. And Coco, he was saying, Coco, where are you? Where are you? I need help. And Coco said, here I is. I was over here, boss. Here I is. He looked at me face to face, and I looked at him. The last thing I know, Coco Ware said, feet don't fail me now, baby. And he was on his way to Union City. Well, baby, you ain't seen nothing yet, right, beautiful Bobby?
Right, Lance. Lance, you know everybody around here knows what a Texas death match. You know what that is. And you know people can't get hurt, right? And that means anything goes. Means we can go outside and chase them and run them down this week because we run them last week and they outrun us, I guarantee you that. But this week we can chase as far as we want to because the Texas death match, I can take this chain off of Sabu, Lawler, and Coco, and I can take this chain and I can wrap around your neck if I want to. I can beat you across the face with it if I want to because anything goes. The referee can be there this week, but he can't stop you if you want to start crying. Coco, if you want to cry, it don't matter because we're going to do what we set out to do because the first family is strong and we're stronger than ever right now, right, Jim?
That's right, baby. When you see Coco Ware, look and see if he ain't got a part down his head. Why Sabu hit him with that super chop, baby.
Balls don't count. Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens, going to be big action. Steve, fabulous one. I think this is something the fans look forward to as much as they do anything else, Dave. Dan and Steve, a couple of guys who are really into the fabulous ones motif as they head around the ring, greeting many of the studio fans that are gathered for our championship wrestling today.
I'll tell you what, it's one of the most electrifying moments when the music starts and they pop through the doors.
Really, and the band, Steve. All right, looking forward to seeing these guys in the ring tonight. They always bring that excitement with them, and today, brand new gloves. And off come the jackets, unveiling those mighty, mighty bodies of the fabulous ones. Mighty, mighty. All right. They're heading up to the ring, Dave, so let's get the introduction.
It's a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing total weight of 452 pounds. From parts unknown, on the left of the screen, the Destroyers. And going against them, 443 pounds. From Florida, Steve Kern, Stan Lane, the fabulous one. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
First time we've had this Destroyer team here, Dave, at least to the best of my recollection. And it'll be Stan starting out, and here we go.
Destroyer team is a big one. Both of them big. The bigger guy is still out in the corner. In there starting against Stan Lane, the fabulous one. Stan fired into the rope. Uses the shoulder coming off of there. Destroyer trying to set himself. Stan steps over him. Stan Lane, Steve Kern. A couple of fine athletes and excitement when they're in the wrestling ring. Destroyer. Stan Lane, center of the ring. Stan gets the advantage. Grab that left arm, got it twisted up over to the corner, makes the tag on Steve Kern. Kern. Oh, plants a boot on that upper arm. Kern with that arm hammered around behind the Destroyer. Destroyer heads for the ropes, gets put outside. Referee calls for the break. Steve Kern backs away. Minute 20 seconds gone. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Referee Jerry Calhoun over in the corner watching. Nice move by Steve. Destroyer back on his feet, picks Steve up in the same motion, drops down with the upper arm, but Steve Kern was not there. He was fourth of the way across the ring by then as he was gone. Destroyer back onto the ropes, and he's very near the corner, so on the way by, he made the tag on his partner. This is the bigger of the Destroyers. As we said at the beginning, they're both big. Steve Kern. Steve around behind him, but Steve is in the headlock. It's the Destroyer with the advantage. Steve powers his way out, converts to a standing wrist lock. Hair pulling by the Destroyer. Got Steve off his feet. Referee saw it. They'll call for a break. 2.5 minutes gone in this one. Destroyers. Our first look at this Destroyer team on Championship Wrestling. Fabulous ones. Make the tag. Stan Lane with the bottom of the boot to the rib cage, and down to the mat goes the Destroyer. Stan picks him up. Destroyer back Stan onto the ropes. Referee's there. He's going to want a break. He gets it, but not a clean one from the Destroyers. The Destroyer raked his hands across Stan's face. Over to the Fab's corner. They make a tag. Stan breaks free. Ooh, the slingshot. He fired Steve into the Destroyer. 2 and 3. 3 minutes, 18 seconds worth of action from Steve Kern, Stan Lane, the fabulous ones against the big Destroyers. even with the Destroyer's size, they really were never able to get much of an advantage over the Fabs. The Fabulous Ones pretty much in control of it all the way. Fabulous Ones win it. Time again, 3 minutes, 20 seconds.
Those son of a guns give you the impression of being in control all the time,
Always.
don't they, man?
Yeah, they do.
I mean, there's something else. We got plenty of action still to go, so let's get on with it. We'll be back in just one moment.
It's going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match at a total of 407 pounds. From Columbus, Ohio, Bobby Fulton. From Memphis, Tennessee, Tom Maley. Going against them at a total of 471 pounds from New Zealand, Jonathan Boyd and Luke Williams, the Sheep Herders. This match, one-fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Whoa, there goes Williams dashing across the ring before the bell had even sounded. Jonathan Boyd going back there, and Luke Williams right at the moment needing no help against Tom Maley as he rushed, immediately grabbed Fulton before he ever got the jacket off, Dave, and now grabs Tom Maley, and Boyd comes in, and we have all four. Up, Williams is out now. Yeah, you better take care of what you got on your hands today. Luke Williams, who in fact was out ill for a couple of weeks, and they had to forfeit the belts, and they have been hot at having to forfeit them to the Fabulous Ones. Tom Maley coming up off the canvas, going after Luke Williams. Boyd with a hand from the outside, and the referee says, let him go. You see how much good that did. Boyd let him go for about a half a second, grabbed right back at him.
Bobby Fulton in to help out for a moment, but he's sent back to the corner, and the Sheep Herders continue the double team on Tom Maley.
Maley fired out in the center of the ring and rolls out of the way as Williams goes down a tag. Here comes Bobby Fulton. Nice whip into the corner, and Fulton standing waiting on him. Uh-oh. Williams jabbed him right at the throat, Dave. Bing! Shot that hand right straight at him. There's a tag on Jonathan Boyd. The Sheep Herders, no question that these guys represent the roughest and toughest element that you'll find in professional wrestling. They just have no regard for the, look at that. They fire Fulton out of the rope. Tom Maley comes around. Look out, Dave. Bobby Fulton slammed over the desk, and Maley out in between the Sheep Herders now. Referee Jerry Calhoun trying, all right. Get that guy back down. Be careful, Bobby. Jonathan Boyd in the ring now with Maley, and they've got a hold of Fulton down on the side. Williams gnawing away at him. That goofy son of a gun running around all eagle hollers. Where the Fabulous Ones? Where the Fabulous Ones? Boy, I wonder about him sometimes.
Boy, I tell you, Bobby,
Yeah,
when Bobby came flying over this table here, he also hit on the chair and sprung his back. He's back in there now.
Back. He hit that chair as Williams bogged him over that table. Luke misses the elbow, and look at Fulton. Great shot with a forearm. Tom Maley. Tell you one thing, these two young guys they're going against are determined, aren't they?
Boy, Maley going for that pin right there. He didn't get it, but they had some fight in them, I got to tell you.
Betcha. Tom came Uh-oh. Oh, man. He brought that knee up and caught him right under the chin. He really popped Maley. And Tom Maley, who was just as aggressive as the sheepherders were, all of a sudden is slammed down on that mat as Williams climbs up on the second rope. Hammers down on Maley. Oh, boy. Keep looking around for the guys in a white coat when this Williams is around. Headbutt, and boy, just you can see that look on his face. Just a let me destroy whatever's in front of me. Here comes Williams in. Boyd holding. Bobby Fulton comes over to help out. Now, Jonathan Boyd out of the ring as Luke Williams. I would say he is well again from the judging from his actions, or as well as he ever is. And there is that human battering ram. Williams slamming the head of Jonathan Boyd right to the midsection. And Maley now is strictly at their mercy. Boyd, with Williams adding the extra weight, drops down on top of Tom Maley. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be it. So the rugged New Zealanders come up with a lopsided victory against two game young fellas.
Meaner now. We're going to get meaner. You stinking Yanks are never going to take another thing off us.
Okay, Jonathan. So the sheepherders come up with it, Dave.
5 minutes, 40 seconds was the time, 5:40.
You stay right where you are because we have a tape of a tag match that you have to see it. I want to make certain you do that. We'll be back in just one moment. Okay, back to the action here in just 1 second. Thursday, February the 10th, Edmonton, Kentucky. Championship Wrestling coming to the Blue Gym, sponsored by the JCs. Tickets are on sale right now at the Junior Food Mart. Tuesday, February the 15th, Vine Grove, Kentucky. J.T. Alton Junior High, sponsored by the North Hardin Band Boosters. Now, let me give you the entire card for Tuesday night at the Louisville Gardens. Tommy King goes against Carl Fergie. Bobby Fulton against Jesse Barr. The Angel against Philip Rougeau. Jacques Rougeau going against Dutch Mantell. Southern Tag Team title with the Fabs going against the Sheepherders. The titles on the line against the Sheepherders are green to leave town. Dundee and Taylor going against Apocalypse and Street. A lash match where if Apocalypse and Street lose, it'll be Linda and Jimmy Cornette taking the lashes, and then Texas Tornado Death, no time, no disqualification. Jerry Lawler's Sweet Brown Sugar, Beautiful Bobby Eaton, and Sabu with Jimmy Hart at ringside. You don't want to miss all of that action. Good tag match that we had stored away on videotape, Dave. Now is the time. The King, Jerry Lawler, Sweet Brown Sugar going against Beautiful Bobby Eaton and his partner Sabu. You have got to take a look with us. Eaton asking for a chair. Remember, no disqualification. Nails Sugar and Lawler in the midsection with it. Goes after Sugar. There's the 5-minute call. And Eaton has just bowled him over. They're down on the concrete. Look out. Sabu nailing Lawler. The referee trying to get a little order in this no disqualification match. It's hard. Eaton slams Lawler's head right down on that rope standard. Beautiful Bobby loves this. Let me tell you, he gets you going, and he will murder you. He throws that rope standard in the ring, and he has in mind Sabu gets it and knocks Sugar off his feet. Now Eaton takes it. Lawler picked up, center of the ring. And he slams Lawler right down on top of it. Oh, boy. Well, the only thing I can say, nobody expected it to be a wrestling match. The referee pushed down. That could cost Eaton. Carl Fergie holds the chair up while Eaton slams the head against it. Sugar and Sabu down on the floor. And Eaton really getting vicious with that chair. Pins the top rung of it against Lawler's throat, and the referee finally pulls it away from him. And Calhoun gets it out of the ring. How long, I don't know. We're 7 minutes into it, and Jerry Calhoun nailed by Eaton. The no disqualification doesn't mean that he can do that to a referee and get away with it. He may not get a disqualification. Carl Fergie slams Brown Sugar in the head with a chair, and Eaton bounces. Uh-oh, Eaton trying to pay Lawler back. Lawler slammed into that table. Eaton with that table on top of Lawler, standing right on it. Here comes the referee. The referee finally gets Eaton off of it. And Calhoun. Whoa, and Calhoun almost took a shot. He got part of it, and Eaton bangs him in the back. So this is one that no referee wants to be a part of. Eaton trying to pay Lawler back for the action of last time they met. Sugar and Sabu down on the other side of the ring, and Lawler is pile-drived onto that chair. Eaton had the chair laying on the floor of the ring, and he pile-drived Lawler right on top of it. Sabu choking. Sweet Brown Sugar. Eaton covers Lawler up. The referee kicks the chair out one. Sugar grabs him and pulls him away so that a 3 count did not take place. Sugar still determined, and Lawler, it's hard to say. This is as much punishment as I think we have seen Lawler take in a long, long time, if not ever. 10-minute mark. No time, no disqualification. What a wild one. I mean, in your wildest dreams of a battle, you never saw anything like this. Eaton just nailed Sugar with that collar of Sabu. He rolls Sugar over, puts Sabu on top of him. Lawler has gone after Fergie. Here goes Eaton after Lawler. We'll have to look at the tapes to see Eaton and Lawler back there. Eaton gets the referee, brings him in the ring. Sabu gets a 3 count, and that's going to be it. 13 minutes and 50-something seconds. 13:57, the official time. The winners will be Sabu and Bobby Eaton. Here comes Lawler. Grabs Eaton by the hair, grabs the chair. Carl Fergie in. Carl's got powder and throws it in Sugar's eyes. Lawler nailed by Fergie. Remember, Lawler and Fergie are cousins, but I never saw cousins fight like that. There goes referee Jerry Calhoun out, and here comes Jimmy Hart. He's smearing something in Lawler's eyes all over his face. Hart, who hasn't made an appearance tonight, while they're holding Lawler, Hart rubs it all in his face, all over it. Yeah, I told you. Did you ever in the world see anything like that? And here come two of the gentlemen, maybe the only two gentlemen that were involved in that action out there. The King, Sweet Brown Sugar, and I tell you, when I look back at that tape, it's about the third time I've seen it. I still don't see how anybody survived that one.
Well, it wasn't a pleasant sight to see again. It was, without a doubt, one of the roughest matches, Lance, that I have ever been involved in. I noticed on the end, on the end of the film, you seem to kind of cut away fairly quickly when the Hart ran out and they put some black stuff all over my face. And I'm sure that Hart did this thinking that, he was going to humiliate me and make me mad. Well, I'm already mad at Hart. He doesn't have to do anything to make me any madder at him. But I just want to say that, it's just another time that Hart has shown how simple-minded he really is, how stupid that the man really is, because I just want to say something, Hart. I know you think you're going to humiliate me and you think you're belittling this man right here by putting black on my face, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but I think some things like this, Lance, there's times that it should be said, I want you to realize, Hart, that it's not what's on the outside of a person that makes a guy a man, it's what's on the inside. And I want to say this. You see, I don't like this man, and I don't have this man for my partner because he's black or because he's white or anything because of what color he is. It's because of what's inside of him. That's what makes him a man. Now, Hart, you see, it doesn't matter what color he is. It doesn't matter about you either, Hart, because I would hate you even if you were green. You understand what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this. You didn't humiliate me, but I was already mad at you, and I promise you this. I promise you, as I've made a lot of promises in the past, I've kept a lot of them, and I'm going to keep this one. Hart, one of these days, I'm going to get even with you, brother, and we're going to put a hurting on you that you have never had in all your life. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well said, Jerry. We'll be looking for you and Sugar to come back and talk with us about your match a little bit later, okay?
Thank you. We'll
okay, fine. Right now, we're going to take time.
Wait a minute, Lawler. I want to talk to you a minute. Come back out here.
Well,
I want to talk to you a minute, Lance.
We're going to have to take a break right now, Terrapunk, and then we'll be back. We're going to... Looking at right there is the Apocalypse, who will be in there with the Angel. Yeah, Billy.
I know it's big Dutchman tell on the paper, but Dutchman couldn't make it tonight, and I just wanted to introduce all you folks to Jack Roger's young brother. That's Philip Roger.
Philip, good to have you here on Championship Wrestling. We'll get a chance a little later to talk to you sometime down the line, but welcome. Glad to have you here. We've heard a lot about Philip. He was originally coming into the area when Jacques came in, but he had an unfortunate skiing accident that put him out of action. He looks mighty healthy right now. Dave, how about the introduction?
All right, it'll be a match to the expiration of time. Total of 474 pounds on the left of the screen. The Mercenary Apocalypse, and from France, the Angel. Going against him at a total of 438 pounds. From Montreal, Canada, Philip Rougeau. And from Australia, the superstar, Bill Dundee. Match to the expiration of time, Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Okay, looking at that build on Philip, he's an athlete like his brother Jacques. It's bell time. We're going to see him in action right now for the very first time. Apocalypse and Philip Rougeau tying up.
Apocalypse, tough, rugged mercenary. Philip Rougeau, nice conversion. Hammers the arm up behind Apocalypse. Apocalypse broke out of it. Now knee lift. Puts a flip on Philip Rougeau. Bill Dundee over to the corner. Leading the cheering section for his partner. Again, as Bill mentioned, Dutch Mantell scheduled today, but unable to make it. So Philip Rougeau stepped in as the partner. That's the Angel in there against him right now. Rougeau, nice move. He goes to the corner, makes the tag on Dundee, and here comes the superstar. Dundee's shoulders drop to the mat. Angel unable to hold him there for the referee to start the count. Angel rolls him up again. One count. Dundee broke out of it. Superstar giving away lots of weight for the big French Angel. The Angel makes a tag. There's Apocalypse coming back in. Dundee having to deal with both of them. Apocalypse dropped with the upper arm, but Dundee was gone. Dundee, left boot. Dundee makes the tag. Philip Rougeau will be coming back in. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark, very close to the 3-minute mark of this fall. Remember, it's an expiration of time match. Apocalypse. Philip Rougeau. Rougeau. Pretty good hold on that arm. Now he fires Apocalypse into the turnbuckles. Follows him in there, but Apocalypse hit him with the feet. Rougeau back close to the corner, unable to get the tag. It's Apocalypse. Angel coming in again. Rougeau off the ropes, backdrop by the Angel. The Angel with a cover. Count is 1, 2. Rougeau able to kick out at the 2 count. We're just about 4 minutes into this one. Apocalypse in. Foot to the midsection as Philip Rougeau coming off the ropes. Dundee upset with Apocalypse, choking his partner. Started in. The referee sends him back. Apocalypse and the Angel with Philip Rougeau back in the corner now. Oh, Rougeau takes a knee to the midsection. He's throwing a right hand and a left, trying to knock Apocalypse off his feet. So far, he hasn't done it. Now he does. Still did not get to the corner. Apocalypse with a leg drop puts him down, trying to hold the shoulders. He gets a 1 count, but unable to get enough of his own weight over the shoulders of Rougeau to hold those shoulders down for the full count of 3. We're about 4.5 minutes, coming up on the 5-minute mark. the Angel.
Tag on
Back in the corner.
Dundee.
Here comes the superstar. He takes over with the right hand, goes after Apocalypse. Looks back toward the Angel, then to Apocalypse. Both of them in there. Billy not ignoring either one of them. Dundee fired into the rope. Catches himself and presses. 2, 3. Boy, he just barely got that third count, but he got it. That's all that counts. The time on it, 5 minutes, 32 seconds. 5:32, the win for Dundee and Philip Rougeau.
Boy, there's where a surprise element means so much, Dave, because with the power that the Angel has in that upper body of his, as you called it, he was just ready to fog out of there and just barely beat the count on the 1, 2, 3. He really caught him by surprise when he came off of there, and Billy can do that so well, too. Boy, he turned right around, flying missile in the air, and boom, hit you right off your feet and down. So, the first fall goes to the team of Dundee and Philip Rougeau. Philip is my understanding in talking a little with Jacques back there. Philip was a national judo champion in Canada, too. So he's got a lot of credentials.
Athletic background, right?
Got our first look at him. We are right now going to take time out. We'll check our time and see how we stand, and then we'll be back in just a moment. We got more big action coming up here on Waves Country Championship Wrestling. We're going to be back into it in just a moment. Again, a reminder of the last 3 matches. Big card coming up Tuesday night in Louisville. It's going to be Southern Tag Team titles against the Sheepherders agreeing to leave town should they lose to the Fabulous Ones. Then Apocalypse and Adrian Street against Dundee and Taylor. It's a lash match, and should Apocalypse and Street lose, it'll be Miss Linda and Jimmy Cornette taking the lashes. And then a Texas Tornado death match. No time, no disqualification. Eaton and Sabu against the King and Sweet Brown Sugar. Gotta see that one.
Lance, there have been some wild matches in Louisville already. But I can safely stand here and say that this is only the beginning. You people haven't seen anything yet. Now, I'm sure they saw the film of that match that took place down in Memphis, and we've had battles with these guys all over the country. We got the short end of the stick on that one down there, but we plan on making it all right in Louisville because of these stipulations. Texas death match, no time limit, right. No disqualification. You can't stop the match for any reason. They can't, no matter how bloody it gets, no matter how much blood Eaton or Sabu loses, the referee is not going to step in and say, let's stop this match. We're just going to continue pounding those faces and those heads to bloody pulps. And Hart, you just may be included. There's no time limit. It may go all night long, and falls don't count. Right. If we pin one of them, there's just a short 30-second rest period, and then if he gets back to his feet, then we start pounding on him again. This is our kind of match, Lance. This is the final kind of match. When you lose a Texas death match, you lose for only one reason, because you're crippled and you can't continue, and that's what we're going to do, Lance. We're going to cripple him right there in Louisville.
Well, I guarantee you, like your King says, it's going to be a big showdown, because we're going to corner and we're going to hurt somebody, and we're going to hurt somebody bad. So, Jimmy Hart, best thing for you to do, if you want to hide up on that ring, if you want to run back to the dressing room, you better look out, because we're going to get you.
We'll be looking forward to that Tuesday night when Sugar and the King get in there in that Texas Tornado death match. Time element is such as we get caught every now and then where you end up with 41 seconds or something for another fall, and just no point in really getting back into it. So the one fall is going to stand with Dundee and Philip Rougeau, Jacques' brother, coming out victorious over the Angel and the Apocalypse. How about the rest of the action, Dave?
All right, here's the way the whole thing went. Jacques Rougeau, Philip's brother,
yes,
was in a single match today. He defeated the Invader in a little over 3 minutes. Terry Taylor going against Pat Hutchinson. Terry won it, 5 minutes, 21 seconds. Fabulous Ones arrived then, Steve Kern and Stan Lane, and it was all Fabulous Ones going against a big Destroyer team, but the Fabs won it in 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Sheepherders had no problem going against Bobby Fulton and Tom Maley. Fulton and Maley gave them a battle, but the Sheepherders just had too much for them, and Luke Williams and Jonathan Boyd did win the match. Then it was the superstar, Bill Dundee, and Philip Rougeau. Philip, a substitution. Dutch Mantell had some problems with not able to make it here today, so Philip Rougeau stepped in as Bill's partner, and Philip and Bill put it together to win over the Apocalypse and the Angel. Apocalypse and the Angel had the size on them, but Bill Dundee and Philip Rougeau able to keep it together enough that, by golly, they got themselves the victory there. Dundee wrapped it up with a press as he was coming off that middle rope. The element of surprise, as you mentioned at the end of the match, he was able to hold him for the 3 count and take home the victory.
Yes, sir, and that sometimes is not very easy to do. By golly, we had a good variety of action. Some great stars on today. And, of course, that's what we're looking forward to next week also.
Absolutely.
Hope maybe that you're going to make it a point to be with us for Championship Wrestling, my friend, where you'll always be seeing the roughest and toughest action that you're going to find anywhere. Dave and I'll be right along ringside, and we hope you'll bring a friend and join us for next week, too. Till we see you at that time, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.